Welcome, this is the Hollow Knight boss fight for the Become the Vessel ending explained. This is a two-phase fight where halfway through the fight, the Hollow Knight shouts and starts additional mechanics. The fight picks up the pace between mechanics as it progresses so that the player needs to read and react to the attacks quicker. Between the initial breaks, with the nail upgraded 3 times, the Hollow Knight took 11 hits. About halfway through, in my footage, it was unclear how many additional hits it took to finish the fight. I counted 39 hits, with the Hollow Knight hitting itself for an additional 11 times, for a total of 50. The Hollow Knight does a number of mechanics. The nail slash attack winds up quickly and slashes 3 times while moving forward slightly with each slash. You can back away from him during this, or jump above him and hit him from above. I recommend not hitting him too many times from above because he quickly moves into other mechanics and could potentially jump into you. The nail dash attack is telegraphed by the knight leaning forward and pulling the nail back. I never saw the Hollow Knight use this move if there wasn't enough room to use it, meaning that if it was near a wall, it would have to reposition itself before using the nail dash attack, and it wouldn't dash into the wall. That being said, it was really good at positioning itself so the dash would end just at the wall. The counter is only active for a second or two, but if you attack his nail as it lights up and for a short moment afterwards, the Hollow Knight will parry your attack and then counter it. You can attack him from above while the counter is active or triggered, so if you can immediately jump after hitting the counter, you may avoid getting hit. Running away after triggering the counter will always get you hit though. The ground slam is one of the Hollow Knight's more damaging moves. It will jump into the air above where the player is standing and then slam down, which will then cause beams to shoot up from the ground. The hit from the Hollow Knight does 1 damage while the beams do 2. The beams have a grace period to move out of them, but I found that as the fight progresses there's virtually no time between when the beams stop and the Hollow Knight starts his next attack. The last mechanic that the Hollow Knight will do until he unlocks more moves at the halfway point is that he will spray orange globs in an arc starting from the ground in front of him to above his head. The further you are away from these, the easier they're going to be to dodge. However, if you're near him as he starts to do this, you can jump over him to dodge the mechanic entirely. There are 3 positioning moves that the Hollow Knight uses in this fight: the fade step, the positioning jump, and the positioning dash. Each of these is used to set up for another attack. In terms of speed, the fade step is the quickest, followed by the dash, and then the leap. The fade step and dash likely won't hit you themselves, but they typically lead directly into another attack. The leap can hit you if you're trying to move over the Hollow Knight, so try not to hit him too many times from above in case he decides to jump. The halfway intermission happens after the Hollow Knight yells and starts stabbing itself in the stomach. After this point, a few new mechanics start to happen while everything continues to happen in quicker succession. The first new mechanic is body slams. These aren't difficult to dodge. Keep moving in a direction as he raises from the ground, and when you see that he starts moving downwards, dash forward to dodge him. The body slams can continue to happen anywhere from 2 to 5 times from what I saw. In addition to the body slams, the Hollow Knight will start to do a big AOE Orange Glob Spray. He'll raise up in the middle of the arena and shoot a lot of orange globs out in an arc below, above, and on both sides. It typically is easiest to dodge these the further you are away from him, but you can also dodge towards him to avoid the orange globs. That's it for the mechanics, but with all these mechanics, when is the best time to heal? I found that the best opportunities I had to heal were after knocking him down or while he's stabbing himself. The next best opportunity I had to heal was during the ground slam. You don't have much time to do anything else while that's going on, so you may be able to get a heal out. But remember that he can chain into another mechanic before that's even finished, so you might get hit while you're trying to get your heal. And that's the Hollow Knight boss fight for the Become the Vessel ending explained. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.